Welcome back to more Farm and the Sacred Stone. So last time we started our adventure with Erica. Unfortunately we had to flee our homeland because of the Greater Empire and their sun invasion, but we managed to get Erica safely out, which is really good. On to chapter 1, we are trying to make our way to Frelia to get some help, but it looks like we need to escape still. So chapter 1. Princess Tana, Greater's forces are approaching. What, so soon? Ah, we've had no time. Milady, we lack the arms to defend this place. You must return to Castle Frelia. I can't, not yet. We haven't found Erica and her companions yet. Erica's my friend and she needs my help. I won't abandon her. Oh, I know. Go and ask father, King Hayden, for more troops. Yes, your highness. Erica, please be safe. Commander Bruchet. That's a weird name. It sounds like a kind of cake, actually. The enemy appears to be fortifying its position in the castle. They're tenacious, but they have no hope of stopping our advance. What are your orders, sir? Ha, orders? You just stand here and watch. I'll crush them myself. As you command, sir. Yeah, that, that didn't end so great for the Freelian. Ha, that's what happens when you face my lance. Stop right there. I call off your forces and turn back, all you have me to deal with. Is that so? And who might you be? Who? I'm Tana, Princess of Frelia. I'll not permit you to abuse my country any longer. Frelia's raw brat, huh? How convenient. Leave this castle immediately. If you harm me, my father and brother will chase you to the Earth's End. Yes, I've heard how King Hayden dotes on his precious old daughter. Let's see how true that is. He'll make us a fine hostage, my dear. Seize the girl, lock her up. Right away, sir. No, let me go. Well, that's not great. Seth, look! I see it. It seems like Greater's army has already reached Frelia. Princess, this place is perilous. We should bypass Mulan altogether and head straight to castle. But you can't just ignore this. You were there when Renee was invaded. You saw what I saw. You saw the people suffer at the hands of Greater's soldiers. Homes are destroyed, possessions stolen, women kidnapped. Anyone who resists was executed without question, without hesitation. Please, Seth, I can't allow that to happen here. I don't want to see any more people harmed by Greater's atrocities. Alright, Princess, I understand. Perhaps we can retake Mulan. But Princess, you must act with caution. Your people need you too. Of course, Seth. Come on, let's go. Alright, so we got a fighter immediately. We got soldiers. They have weak stats, but they have the weapon triangle against Erica, so you need to be careful. Iron Axe there, Iron Axe there. Iron Lance there, Iron Lance there. Then we have the boss. This guy's name. He's the commander of the Greater Military Force. And he has an Iron Lance, but he's an Armor Knight, so the Rapier is actually effective against it. I should have showed that. 7 Might, and this game actually has triple effectiveness, so we actually get 21 Might against him, which is really nice. Anyway, let's put Erica here. And we'll put Seth here, actually. We have houses too. Is that the Princess Renee? Haha, it really is my lucky day. Fame and fortune ride to meet me. Move on, you slugs. Bring that girl to me. Alright. We won round, which is good. And we check him out. So that's pretty cool. I guess something interesting too, about Erica is that the beta version of the game actually gave her different animations. But anyway, before that though, Gilliam, is that Mulan? Have we reached Frelia's wall already? Aye, we have. Her Highness Princess Tana should be inside the castle. Look, the countryside is crawling with Greater soldiers. Where's the castle guard? Has Mulan fallen? Are we too late? Too tough to save from here. Princess Tana is in no danger if they want her as a bargaining tool. We men of the Eastern Watch will see her to safety. Yes, of course. We mustn't give up. We must move. We must retake the castle. Then we ride forth to Princess Erica's aid. I have stronger armor than you do. I'll take the lead. Watch her back. Alright, so we've got 2 new units to talk about. First off, we have Franz, who is a Cavalier. So Franz has pretty good base stats, and his class means that that well, he can become a second Sith basically. He has pretty decent growth rates, and yeah, his class is of course really good because there's lots of movement, and he has access to Cantor of course, but not when attacking of course. Now, something about Sacred Stones. I didn't talk about this with the first two units because they don't have access to that. But this game has bronze promotions, the first round game to do so. So, and I probably should get the promo gains to help with that. Anyway, oh, I clicked the wrong pick. Anyway, so France can either become a Paladin or a Great Knight when he promotes. Paladin is preferred, I'm pretty sure, because Paladin is preferred because Great Knight isn't really an improvement over Cav, because Great Knight actually doesn't gain any movement. Actually, it goes movement down, I believe. So yeah, it actually loses 1 movement. So you go down to 6 movement, and you go down 1 movement, and you also have worse terrain penalties. So yeah, you actually become less mobile if you go to Great Knight. But Paladin, you get 1 extra movement, which is much preferred in most circumstances. So that's nice. So yeah, most people, for their Cavs, they make the Paladins for that reason. Even though Great Knight has access to axes when it promotes. E rank axes, I'm pretty sure. Actually no, D rank. And more strength. Because yeah, I believe they have highest strength cap probably, but probably lowest speed cap. Anyway, now let's talk about France's growth rates. Finally, that I talked about that. 80% HP, 40 strength, 40 skill, 50 speed, 40 luck, 25 defense, and 20 res. So pretty well balanced. Not like amazing growth rates or anything, but yeah, they'll get the job done. And yeah, his weapon ranks, they aren't too bad either. Because yeah, he can use javelins at base regardless, so yeah. Then we got the other unit, Gilliam. So this is a fan favorite unit, I'm pretty sure. Because well, he's an Armour Knight, and just like Oswin, he starts off actually pretty decent. He's not as high leveled as Oswin, but his base stats are still pretty good. He's got a decent 9 defense and 25 HP, so he is fairly tanky. Only problem is that he might have trouble killing things because he only has 3 base speed, so he can't double up base. But at least he's not going to be taking that much damage. He has a good C rank in Lances, which is actually very cool. He can use kill Lances at base, which is cool sounding. His promotions are a bit different. He can go General or Great Knight. And the thing about this is that no matter what, he's going to get the full weapon triangle. So, although both weapons, he's going to start with E rank. Actually, for General, he'll get E rank sword and axe, but if he goes Great Knight, he'll get D rank axe, E rank sword, which is kind of weird, but anyway. Great Knight's preferred on him because that gives him +2 movement compared to the General's +1. And they use both weapon types anyway, so all weapon types anyway, so yeah. Although the thing about General is that General has access to a skill. This game has skills that kind of, like, they're not much, but they're worth checking out. General gets Great Shield, kind of like the Juke Drop games. Its activation rate's at the enemy's level, and it makes it so that the next attack deals 0 damage. So that's alright. But most people prefer the higher movement that Great Knight gives to Gilliam. So yeah, that's what people like to do with him, from what I can tell. And as for growth rates, Gilliam has 90% HP, 45 strength, 35 skill, 30 speed, 30 luck, 55 defense, and 20 res. So he's built to be very tanky. He doesn't hit like super hard or anything, but at least his tanky stats are pretty good. He's a solid unit. But anyway, what have we got here? So we can one-run this guy and get send the fort, which is nice. And another nice dodge. So yeah. So what I was saying before I got interrupted was Erica had some different attack animations in the beta of this game. They were less stabby. So I assume they changed it to fit with her rapier. But anyway, over here, what I think most people do, they go for Gilliam here because Gilliam doesn't take that much damage. And then they finish off with France. So we'll do just that, because that's a smart thing to do. And yeah, he's not playing at base, which is very good against these soldiers, but again, soldiers are weak, so I guess that's to be expected. And Seth can go visit houses for now. The rumors are true, aren't they? The greatest army's taken over the castle. It looks like they've seized the castle gate too. Smart work, the gate provides defense, it heals wounds to boot. They must be fierce warriors start taking the gate, watch yourself. Alright then. So you're gonna go for France. But France won round to you, so no problem there. Check them out. We got reinforcements now. I found them, stragglers from Renee, don't let them get away. Wanna be careful of those. Especially with Erica. Because yeah, you got this dude. Alright, let's see. So Erica can't reach this dude. I'll put her in the forest then. Gilliam should be pretty tanky, so I'm gonna send him this way. Seth will also be good, just because you know he's Seth. I'll have him visit her. That knight encamped at the castle is wearing the finest armor I've seen. It looked like it could turn aside almost any blade you swing at it. I know my armor, though a wager a good rapier armor set could get through it. So yeah, armor effectiveness of course. I believe you can, yeah, you can talk. You can check conversations by going in here. No, you can't. That's for support. But yeah, you can. So France can talk to Seth, and you can also talk to Erica. I think I'll try to do those before this map ends. So let's do the second conversation first. Is that you, France? I'm relieved to see you're still in one piece. Yes, and you as well, General. As long as you lead us, sir, the Knights of Renee cannot lose. France, you and I must work to go to Princess Erica. I want you to ride with us. Sir, with honor, sir. Very nice. Now let's see what happens. I might have Seth actually help out Gilliam. We'll see. Maybe Erica's gonna take out the fighter for us. Very nice. Because yeah, I could have Erica like kill this guy. Do pretty good there. How does France do? He can't kill on his own, so yeah. How does Gilliam do? Yeah, he can do pretty good. Let's see, so what I'll do is I'll have Erica kill you. We can kill all these enemies, I think. Which is nice. I'm still like, even though she's dodging everything, I'm still a little bit, you know, worried. Anyway, that's another fine level up, but I would like more strength, if possible. Now I'm gonna use Seth for the first time. We're gonna kill this poor fighter. And there we go. Not much experience, but yeah, it is what it is. And then with France and Gilliam, we'll be able to take them the last soldier before he can hurt Erica too badly. And there we go. So yeah, not too bad. And we'll use the lance because you don't suffer weapon triangle disadvantage. I believe it's the same as in FE8, where, well not FE8, FE7, where it's 1 might and 15 hit if you have the weapon triangle disadvantage, and then -1 might, -15 if you have the disadvantage. So I'm gonna try Erica against the soldier and we'll see how well that goes. And then I'm gonna see this conversation. Princess Erica, it's good to see you well. France, you made it through unscathed. Yes, your highness. I met up with Sir Gilliam of Frelia and explained the situation in Renee. He told me that Princess Tana was in danger as well here at Mulan. We rode as swiftly as we could. Tana is here? France, you must hurry. Understood. Very nice. France is a pretty cool dude. Not gonna lie, I'll put Seth here. So is Gilliam. I think Gilliam has a pretty good support, but we won't be able to see it for a while. Anyway, again, Erica just dodges everything, which is nice. She also won rounds, which is nice. And then last we got the boss. And Erica can actually reach the boss. She won rounds, but the accuracy leaves a lot to be desired, so we do have Vulnerary. Yeah, we do, so we could probably take this. And yeah, he only has one ranged weapon, so I can put Seth next to Erica. You might want to do that because yeah, it's a quick support, and it's one of my favorite supports in this game actually. Anyway. Blah, what weapon slot occurs up in this side. So we take damage unfortunately. It's more than we can heal as well, which is a bit of a problem, but Erica doesn't care, so this can't be And another level up for her. So he's doing actually quite well. Unfortunately, her level ups have been they've been going a little bit downhill, unfortunately. That's okay. Let's go seize now. Princess Tana. Sagilia. I'm sorry, I never meant to cause you such trouble. There's no trouble. I live to serve, Princess. Tana. Erica. Is that really you? Tana, what are you doing so far from Castle Frelia? I heard that Renee had fallen. I was so worried. But I'm glad to see that you're safe. Wait, where's Ephraim? Is he well? I wish I knew. You haven't heard from him. Oh, I hope he's not been harmed. We must go to Castle Frelia. My Lord Father may know something. Thank you, Tana. And this is something else about this game. It has a world map, and it was the first foreign game to have one since Gaiden, which is another thing about this game. I guess I should mention. I'll talk about it later, but anyway. Erica and companions have liberated the border castle. Alongside Princess Tana and Frelia, they ride to the Frelian capital. Oh, Tana, I'm grateful to see that you're safe and home again. You have no idea how I worried when I heard you were under attack at border Mulan. You are not to leave again without my permission, do you understand? Don't be mad, father. Look, I come bearing good news. Erica, come out now. King Hayden, I'm pleased to see you again, even in these sad times. Oh, Erica, it does my heart good to see you safe. Thank you, I was able to escape the castle before Renee's fall. But not sure if my father... Yes, I have received word of your father. Your Highness, please tell me, is my father well? My friend, King Father, did not survive the fall of Renee Castle. No, it can't be. Rest assured, Greta will be punished for its cowardly act. This is Frelia's promise. Erica, please stay here and rest. I can't imagine how exhausting it must be. King Hayden, you know of Prince Ephraim's disappearance, do you not? Yes, we hear the prince's men hound Grado at every turn. It's said that he's led his forces to Empire himself. Reports suggest he's crossed the border and now fights in Renval. My brother, he fights on, even now? Yes, my Pegasus Knights brought this information at great price. Even though Renee has fallen, he charges into the enemy's heart. He is truly Father's son. What a valiant youth. I wish that I knew whether he remains unharmed, but I do not. King Hayden, I thank you for your offer, but I cannot stay. I intend to ride to my brother's side with reinforcements. I cannot allow it. I know how you feel, but this plan is suicide. I would be betraying Father's memory if I allowed any harm to befall you. Stay here, rest and mourn, leave the sword to the warriors. I know you mean well, your majesty. However, I lost my father, my twin brother's in peril. My brother, he is a part of me. I cannot rest here in peace while he risks his life. No, Renee has no more army. The greatest forces have decimated it. I wish that Frelia could provide you with support with soldiers, but my son, Innes, is on his way to meet the Empire's forces. He cannot spare a single brigade. Your own retinue of knights cannot possibly face Grado alone. Are you so determined to go? Yes. Without apologies. As resolute as your father, eh? What am I to do in the face of such foolhardy determination? Vanessa. Here, your highness. Mulder. You called my king? Gillian. Yes, sire. You are to accompany Princess Erica of Renee into Grado territory. I expect each of you to provide aid and support for her brother. Quite a grave responsibility you've given us. No matter the obstacles, we will perform our duty. Our lives are yours. These are some of the most trusted and stalwart vassals. They will no doubt prove themselves quite valuable in your journey. Remember, you are venturing behind enemy lines, you will need supplies. I'll have a supply convoy ready to carry your weapons and provisions. I remain at your side no matter how far afield you venture. King Hayden, I thank you. No, save your thanks for your return, with your brother, Princess Ephraim. Or Prince Ephraim. Yes, your highness. We got 5,000 gold, which is very good. Erica, you don't really intend to go through with this, do you? I can't guess how you must feel, but it's so dangerous. What would happen if you were captured by Grado's men? Thank you for your consent, Tana. I have no choice. Don't you see, Tana? I had to go. Erica. Oh, why is this happening? What's gone wrong with the world? Tana? Why would Grado invade? Emperor Vigard is a man of peace. His people adore him. And you and Ephraim are friends of Prince Leon, are you not? What could be behind this madness? Why is this happening? I have no answer to you, Tana. I don't want to believe it, but the reality is that we are at war. If I do nothing, I may lose my brother as well as my father. This is why I have to fight. This is the only answer I have. Okay, so like I was actually I'll talk about the next part anyway. So that was a pretty simple map. I want to do some pretty decent units. And yeah, Erica's proving herself to be a pretty decent unit, which is nice to see. Onwards to chapter 2, a pretty interesting map where we meet a very interesting unit as well. So look forward to that, I guess. And yeah, I'll see you guys again for